thank everybody for coming out today. If you want to move up closer, you can, or if you're comfortable where you are, that's fine too. But today, what we're going to be talking about is what is your soul tied to? That's the conversation for today. What is your soul tied to? Because come on over, James. Because once you understand what your soul is tied to, it's going to make life for you. Life is going to flow a lot better, and it's going to be a lot better. So I'm going to always, if you watch me on social media, you know that I talk about me because I talk to a lot of people. So I have to be very careful. Like I said on the live last night, I have to be very careful in some of the things that I say because I don't want to divulge any information about anything that somebody said to me. But so I have to start off by talking about me. And I told you, when you come here, if you want the real, if you want to really understand how to be better and how to maneuver through, especially crazy Baltimore City, relationships, family, dysfunction, narcissistic people, this is going to be the place to come to because we're going to be talking about all of that. Now, we're going to be going from the word. Did you have a question?
Yeah, are you going to baptize them here too?
Oh, yeah. They So for those of you who are watching, hopefully we'll get to the day where we do some real baptisms. But yeah, we're going to be baptizing people here as well. We're going to be doing the live baptisms because y'all know I do a lot of baptisms online because people don't know how to act. So, my way of, I've learned that I try to do it in a way where I want people to understand. I want you to get the point. But I'm not using my hands anymore. I'm not cursing anymore. I'm not being ignorant. But I'm going to sit in front of that camera and I'm going to baptize you to the point that even if I don't call your name, you know who I'm talking about. And you know that you need to start doing some work on you because if you notice, I may go in on them, but near the end of the video, I'm telling you how to deal with yourself. I'm telling that person how to deal with themselves because at the end of the day, I'm not mad at them. We're all going through something. And you may not even understand the fact that you're stuck. And so now I feel like it's my place to baptize you and let you know that you're stuck. The only difference is that these baptisms happen without your request. So I'm doing the baptism because I feel like you need it. And so I did a baptism last night about 11 o'clock. I do late baptisms, early morning baptisms. Whenever I think about them, I jump on there and I do a baptism. So last night, the baptism was about people who have a problem with you moving forward. Why is that their problem that you're moving forward? So the theme last night was make sure, like it's a lot of time in the day. Use your time wisely. And the best way that you can use your time is to mind your business and leave my business alone. That's the best way that you can manage your time during the day. So that was the theme for last night. And today, I really want to focus on how, and you got to be honest with yourself as we're talking about this. What is your soul tied to? Because when you really get in a quiet spot and you really start being real with yourself and you start thinking about what I'm getting ready to tell you, you're going to be like, okay, that's why I act the way I do. That's why I'm in the spot and the space that I'm in because my soul is tied to something. So let me tell you about me. And I'm just going to be straight up with you. My soul is very much tied to toxicity. I shared this online a few nights ago, or I don't even know. I do so many lives, I don't know. But my soul is very much addicted to toxicity, toxic men. That's what my soul is addicted to. Why? Because I allowed myself to be in a marriage. I think you were around when I was married. It was a long time ago. But I allowed myself to be in a marriage for 27 years. And the relationship was even longer because I'm not counting the years that we were dating. But I allowed myself to be in a situation for so long that my soul got used to toxicity. My soul got used to being hurt. My soul got used to abusive behavior. My soul got used to giving and giving to the point that I didn't know how to receive. My soul got to the point where I was so busy loving everybody else that I didn't know how to love myself. So whatever you did to me, I took it and I was angry because, oh, she said this or he said that. But I never really understood that I was the problem. Because see, when you get down to it and you get down and you look in that mirror and you really start looking deep down inside yourself, you realize that they're not the problem, you are. You don't have control over how I deal with me or how I love me or how I take care of me. I do. And so I learned much later in life that my soul craves and enjoys, as crazy as it sounds, enjoys toxicity. It's very easy for me to attract men who are toxic versus men who may be doing what I'm doing, versus men who are entrepreneurs, making money, go-getters. My soul, my energy, with me not even thinking about it, attracts men who are toxic. Let me go through the list. Toxic, crazy, narcissistic, sociopaths. That's what my soul attracts.
Can we make a comment, Dr. Baker?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. I'm Joyce Butler. I just want to ask the question, are you like that because you are a fixer like me?
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix everybody, fix everything?
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a fixer, and I'm like that. Emmanuel, out of anybody in the room, would understand that the religion that we grew up in, it teaches you to forgive, no matter how many times you get punched in the face. Forgive, take that person back, no matter how many times they kick you, talk about you, do whatever. You forgive, you take that person back, and you love that person. You start loving on that person so much that you ain't loving on you. And you find yourself in an abusive situation that you don't know how to get out of, that you're too embarrassed to talk about because we're taught not to talk about that pain. That's how we were brought up.
Right.
And so we grew up in a religion where you just act like everything is okay. You come out that door, y'all might be fighting like cats and dogs, but when you come out that door, we're good. Everything is perfect. And so I tried to live that perfect life for a long time. And y'all know my story. It led me down some wrong and rough places. So that's why I'm so real right now. And a lot of people can't handle the real. But once you become real with yourself, then you understand who you are. Nobody can do the things to you that people used to be able to do. But then we're back to, okay, you can't do those things to me, but do I understand what I need to do and what I need to make sure is going on inside of me so I don't get caught up again? Because a couple of times in the midst of me saying I got it, I was still getting tripped up. And I'm like, something is a disconnect. Something ain't going right here. And I realized that there's something that was going on is inside of me. It was inside of me. And not me, not that I'm going out looking for these men. Let's be real. I'm talking about men. I'm talking about what my soul attracts. It could be a man sitting right here that's got $1 million. He got it going on. He got everything going great. And it could be somebody over here from the hood, dressed down. He ain't really about that life. He ain't about nothing, But my energy will be attracted to this dude over here. No matter how much I try to shift it to this man over here, my soul is attracted to this dude right here. I like your jeans. I like your torn up jeans. I like the fact that you rough and rugged and you from the hood, you from the trenches. I like that. My soul likes that. And so it's a fight every single day. And I'm going to break it down even more to you. It's so much of a fight. And people not going to be real and talk to you like this. Pastors, they're not. That's why I said this is not going to be church as usual. Any pastor that stands up to talk to you and they don't have a past and they don't have any problems and everything been going great for them, I'm not going to their church. I'm done with that. I'm done with the Daniel and the Lion's Den Bible stories and all that kind of stuff. I need to know how to deal with my soul and my life. So the thing is, I'm so attracted to these people over here This dude over here, that if I don't catch myself, he will get my attention just like that. And he understands that I'm attracted to him. He understands the energy. Right away. He understands. And so they come in for the kill. And they're going to do, and they're going to take, they're going to use, they're going to abuse, they're going to do everything that they can do because he spots it. He knows it. This dude over here knows it too. And he ain't going to pay me no attention. I don't attract men who are on my level. I don't. They'll do business with me. We may go to lunch. We may talk. I talk to a lot of men with money all the time, all different colors. But there's never that connection like, hey, I want to see you again. Or I like you. You got somebody in your life, never that connection. Strictly business. These dudes over here, they go right in. Oh, you look good. You got somebody? They instantly go in. And my energy is directed over here. And so every day, it's a fight for me, just like the person, this is how deep it is, just like the person that we condemn, that we talk about, oh, they on drugs, they strung out, they cracked out. We don't even understand that we're just as bad as that person. Because a person that's in recovery, they would never tell them, okay, when after, and I know I wouldn't, after we leave here today, we're going to walk through the neighborhood with the crack houses. The last person I want walking with me to those houses to minister is somebody that's in recovery. Because there's a chance that as soon as you get a whiff of what's going on, your soul going to be like, I'm with y'all, but your mind and your spirit is over here. Same thing with you understanding what your soul is tied to. I know that my soul is so tied to this craziness that every single day I have to make an effort because I meet so many people. I run into so many men, and I'm on the street every day. I have to make a conscious effort to shut that down. It's a fight every single day. I was about to say something else, but I forgot I'm up here. It's a fight every single day, because I understand that the moment I forget and the moment I take my eyes off God, that I'm going to get caught up with this person. And they're going to drag me from one end of the street to the other, like I allowed in my relationships. I'm going to get dragged. And so I understand that so much that I know it's like a drug for me. I know that I can't put myself in those situations. I know that that's my sister right there. I know that I got to be so real with her that she understands that if we go certain places and you see me kind of getting caught up, pull me. Like if you got to physically pull me, or you come on over here. If you got to do that because you see me kind of going off a little bit, I need you to do that. We got to have people in our lives that we're accountable to. Accountability partners and people in your life are very important. And you got to be so real with yourself that you can sit down with somebody. And we've had some deep conversations. Me and him have had some deep conversations. You got to be so real with people that they understand that, okay, I understand with her, that if we in certain places, sis, I got your back. You don't have to worry about that because I know your soul is kind of connected to that. I got your back. Now, the other one that's not here, y'all going to meet her soon. She got both our backs. We ain't got to do much. She is something else. But those are the kind of people you got to have in your life, that they understand that you know how when you were kids and your parents could look at you and they give you that look and you better straighten up because they give you that look. You got to have those kind of people in your life that they can look from across the room and they like, and you like, okay, I got you. I got you. They look like, sis, move away from him. He dressed up in a suit. He looked good. He smelled good. All of that. Move away from him. And you ain't got to say it twice. I get that look, I'm gone. Because, again, What we're addicted to is so easy for us to be attracted to. It's so easy for us to get caught up in because that's what we love. That's what our soul loves, you know. And so you gotta, as we start this community church, that's the one thing I want people to begin to think about. What is my soul attracted to? What is my soul addicted to? Like, be real with yourself. Because at the end of the day, we can perpetrate, we can pretend. I can stand up here and talk to you and walk right out and be with some hood dude and y'all don't really know about it. But you're only playing a game with yourself. So stop playing this game with yourself and let's do it right. Let's get it real. Let's be the men and women that we're supposed to be. And when I'm open and when I'm transparent and I say this is who I am, this is who I am. Not that I want to be this person. So again, we're talking about what is your soul, your mind, your body, and your spirit attracted to. Okay, so I told you that's what I was attracted to. That's what my soul is conditioned to. But how did I get there? That didn't happen when I was 22 when I got married. That did not happen at 22. I was already like that when I turned 22. So we got to go further back and we got to think back. How did I end up being this person? Because you could probably look at your sisters and your brothers and you be like, they ain't like that, so why am I? You got to start looking. This thing is so deep, y'all. It's so deep because this goes back to generations. And one day we're going to be talking about the generational curse. Because we always saying in our community, if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. The majority of us don't know where we came from because we don't sit back and research our family history, our roots, to understand what people went through, what was happening, the demonic forces that were upon people in our family. And so when we talk about generational curses, something could have happened to my great-great-grandmother, who was a slave, that missed an entire generation, and it'll hit me. And I'll get everything that, and as I've researched my family history, roots, I understand why I act the way I do. All the puzzle pieces have been coming together. And I'm a combination of a lot of people in my family. And when I look at my sisters, I'm like, stuff past them. They didn't get it. It skipped over all of them, and I got it. And those are the demons and things that I have to deal with, that I have to work through. So when I think about myself being in a situation where my soul is craving toxicity and people who are abusive, it sounds very crazy. It ain't no more crazier than the person you see standing on the corner smoking, getting high, the person that's addicted to sex, food, you know. It's no more crazy than that. It's real. It's a real thing. And so I had to try to figure out, why am I like this? Now, I had to go all the way back, all the way back. And I realized that, and I've shared this too. I don't know if it's too much that y'all don't know about me, but I've shared this too, that from age 11 to age 11 to 11 to 14, I was molested. And that was a secret that I kept until I was in my 40s, that I had to continue to see this family member at functions, walking up, hugging me, hugging my son, you know, and I'm keeping this secret of what you did to me. And he did some things that one day I'll talk about. Sometimes I talk about it in private with friends, like Joyce knows about it, but I haven't really publicly, outside of doing therapy or counseling sessions, I haven't publicly talked about some of the things that he did to me, which contributed to me becoming this person who was covering. I'm covering for the abuser. I'm allowing all of this craziness to enter into my soul. Well, I was 11. You know, my soul, my mind, my body, my spirit. Because I'm telling you, once you open that door, and you allow things to start coming in, don't think they just come in and they go back out. No, they reside there. They stay. And you have to be the one to start opening that door and kicking some stuff out and tearing some walls down. So I didn't understand that. So that 11 to 14 thing of constantly every weekend being molested, and then 14, it was like, hallelujah. My dad got transferred to another state. So I didn't have to be bothered with that anymore. But it was already in me. So at 16, I meet my ex, who is a whole bunch of things. And I stayed there from 16 until I was 50 years old in that situation. Because that's what my soul was addicted, attracted to, craved, loved, didn't know how to get out of, crying, upset, feeling depressed, feeling defeated, feeling like nobody would really understand if I told them what was going on. They would be like, this is crazy. You feel crazy, you know? So imagine and this is why I'm doing this community church, because I'm always keep it real. But imagine from 16 all the way up to 50 years old, I'm dealing with craziness, toxicity. 50 was the end. 49 was the end. I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting out of here. Because if I don't, the 2 attempted suicides that I tried didn't work. So now what? I got to the point where I was like, I'm so crazy, I can't even kill myself. Like, I don't even know how to do that right. You know, you just go through all these twists and turns because you allow yourself to stay in a situation that you never should have been in. And then you don't even know how you got there. And when you get stuck and you're in it and you don't know how to verbalize it, you don't know how to scream for help, it's like you're just stuck. What do I do? And so from 16 to 50, I'm trying to figure out, why am I crazy? Why are people calling me crazy? Why are people treating me like I'm crazy? And it took all of that time. And for me, like I told y'all, to have a heart attack, to have 3 strokes, it took all of that for me to understand that you got to disconnect. You got to put people in their place. You got to tell people no. You got to tell people this ain't happening over here. You have to use your words. You have to understand that there's certain people that you can't be around. No matter how good they look, smell, no matter how well they speak, you can't be around these people. Because once you get around these people, you take yourself all the way back to where you came from. It makes no sense. So I have only been free for about 9 years. I'm 59. I've only been free for about 9 years of understanding who I am and how to work through this toxicity that resides in me. And like I said, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going anywhere. But the great thing that will happen, and I'm sharing this with you, the great thing that will happen is that as I begin to grow and work on me, things are going to get better. I'm being real with myself. I'm understanding that in order for me to be a better person, that I'm going to grow. I understand that if I don't dismiss certain people out of my life, and let me tell you something, some of the people that you might have to dismiss out of your life might be your family. It might be your children. It might be your close friends or the person that you thought was your homegirl or your homeboy. You might have to dismiss these people. And I'm at a place in my life now where if you are not if you're not depositing anything into my life that's going to uplift me, that's going to build me, that's going to make me a better person, we don't need to be in each other's presence. That's just how serious it is. And you got to start looking at yourself. Because everybody that's sitting in here, you're going through something. You just don't talk about it. You're dealing with something. You just don't talk about it. And it's not like I'm a psychic. It's called life. You don't get to live to be 30 years old and not have gone through something. But let alone when you get 40 and you get in my age group, you've gone through something. A lot of people may not talk about it. A lot of people may not share. But please understand that they have gone through something and they are going through something. And the worst thing that you can do to yourself is pretend that it's all good when it ain't. The greatest gift you can give to yourself is to start being real with yourself and saying, you know what, I got to work on me. Now, I sit in front of the camera and talk. You don't have to do that. That's the way I do stuff. That's what works for me. But for you, it may be just going in that quiet place, doing some family research and looking at your family tree as far as you can go back and look and understand who these people were that you're connected to. Who were these people? Because something that happened in their life has been deposited into your life in either a positive way or a negative way. I can think of positive things. The women in my family are very strong. That's a positive thing. We're go-getters. That's a positive thing. But then I can also say that depression lingers in my family, and that fell upon me. And so you got to be able to go back and look through that family history and really ask God to give you understanding about where you came from. Because it is very true. If you don't know where you came from, you really won't know where you're going. And a lot of things, like I tell people, we look at our adult life and we're looking at how we are now, how we messed up, what we did. But why did you mess up? What was going on when you were 7, 8, 9 years old that may have caused you to be the person, the man or woman that you are today? What was going on? What happened? I wasn't in a house where people were molesting each other, but it happened in my family. And that caused me to become this person, who, as an adult, like I told you, 11 to 14, I'm covering for the abuser. I'm covering for everything that he was doing. So when I get into a marriage, what am I doing there? I'm covering for that person who's mentally and verbally abusive for 27 years. I'm covering because that's what I had conditioned my soul to do, cover. Don't tell nobody, don't talk about it. And I'm breaking it down for you because I want you to really think about, as you're sitting out here, who are you covering for? Who are you pretending to be, or why are you pretending to be a certain way, or pretending that something is not going on when it really is? Because ain't nobody going to check that but you. And if you don't check it, it's going to continue to be a problem. Now, here's the sad part about all of that. If you don't check it and you have children, you best believe it's going to fall on one of your kids. And you're going to see that cycle repeating itself like wildfire. And that was the one thing that I had in my mind, that for everything that I was going through, if I have any children, they ain't going through that. Because I'm going to fight you tooth and nail, and I'm going to make sure that I guard them so much that they're not going to experience that. Now, you can't keep everything from hitting them, can't keep tragedies from happening, but there are certain things that are within your control that you can break the chain on, and you can break the cycle on. But some of us get so stuck, and that's the word, stuck. We have those stuck places that we get to that place, and it's so much that we're stuck, and we just cannot figure out how to. It's like trying to get through this brick wall with your hands, and you're trying to figure out how and after a while, you just like, forget it. I can't. I just can't do it. But yes, you can. If I can't dig through this brick wall, I'm gonna find. I don't know what those things are called that breaks the bricks, But I'm going to find somebody who got one of them. We going through the wall. We're going to break this wall because I cannot deal with this anymore. And that has to be your attitude that at 30 something, 40 something, 50 something, 20 something, I'm tired of dealing with certain things. And I'm tired because for everything that you're holding on to and not letting go, you are holding yourself back from something. And I'm at a point now where I'm not letting anybody hold me back. And whatever struggles I have, yep, they're my struggles, but I'm going to learn how to deal with those struggles to the point that the struggles are not going to hold me back. I want those struggles to empower me enough that I'm able to empower somebody else. And once you start putting stuff into the atmosphere, it becomes less and less that the devil can use those things in front of you. So I'm pretty sure that later on, probably today or this week, I might get a phone call from this kind of dude over here. And that's going to be a test because I'm standing here putting stuff out in the atmosphere. So now I got to practice what I preach, and I got to make sure I'm walking like I'm walking and doing what I'm supposed to do because those tests are going to come. But I want you today to really think about what your soul craves. What is it? Outside of us liking to eat. I ain't talking about that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Because I'm not a foodie. I'm a junk food person. And I can sit there and eat chips, pretzels all day long. You don't have to take me to no restaurant. I'm a cheap date. All you got to do is buy me some chips and, and stuff like that. I'm good, But what is it? I'm talking about deep inside of you that your soul is so addicted to that it's toxic. You know that if it was in front of you right now, it would be a struggle for you. Am I going to go to it or am I going to pull back? Am I going to stay focused on talking to y'all or I'm going to be glancing over at this brother right here because my energy is starting to be directed over here? You gotta learn how to deal with those things and put those things in the place they're supposed to be, and that's away from you, not in your space. Set up boundaries. And the boundary for me is because I know who I am and I know what my soul craves. That means that all these events I go to, and when y'all see me on camera doing different things, I know, go to the event, go do what you were scheduled to do there, shake hands, hello, how are you? Don't exchange phone numbers. No, I don't need a ride. I'm good. So there's times I will catch Uber. I'm good. Don't get in a whole bunch of eye-to-eye contact. Keep it moving, and then go home. Because the moment I don't go down that list and I stop on that one thing, I'm gone. And we're going to be connected for the rest of the night. Not coming home, bed connecting. Let me get that straight. We're going to be connected at the event where we're just talking. We're following each other around and we're sitting at the table. We're doing it. Thank God that has not happened in the past 3 years because God is really showing me and giving me that plan about what I need to do when I go out into these places. Because everybody dressed up in a suit ain't that man. There's some ratchet people dressed up in suits. But my silly soul don't get all of that, And other women, y'all ladies, y'all might be able to look and say, my soul looking at, So, it's like, that's why I said you got to have people behind you, beside you, that can whisper in your ear like, no, that ain't the person. Leave that one alone. Because I don't see what you may see. I'm seeing something totally different in this person. Whether he's in a suit looking like he just came off the street, working or whatever, I'm seeing something totally different because that's what my soul is so attracted to, that I'm not seeing everything that you ladies may be seeing. Y'all can look at him and be like, leave him alone. I remember this one guy, I was somewhere with my girlfriend. We were at an event and I'm not that person either who's like, oh, he's cute or he's cute. I'm there. I'm strictly business. But it was this one guy that kept looking at me. And she said, you see that guy over there? I said, yeah, I see him. He keep giving me the eye and everything. She said, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. And I was like, wow, he looked good. He had a suit on, very well groomed. And she said, don't, Lady J, don't talk to him. And I said, why? She said, he's an alcoholic. I said, oh, you know him? She said, no, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at his mannerisms. I'm looking at the way that he's saying stuff. I'm looking at the way that he's moving about. Lo and behold, a few months later, I run into somebody else that knows this person. And we were just having a random conversation, looking at pictures and all kinds of stuff. She's like, I know that guy right there. I said, oh, you do? She said, girl, he's a mess. Alcoholic, getting high every now and then. I was like, what? My eyes did not see that. My soul didn't feel that. My energy didn't feel that. I felt like that was a good dude, which tells me also, and that's why y'all don't see me dating anybody, I don't know how to pick them. So I just walk by myself. Or you see me with my son. I ain't walking with nobody because I don't know how to pick anybody for a mate. I already know that. And anybody that I pick is going to destroy my life. I already know that. So I have to let God pick for me, and I got to continue to walk alone and stay focused on me and work on me. And sometimes what we may want in that moment, it ain't time for you to have it. So be okay with that. Be okay with ladies. Be okay with, and I'm looking at the camera too, be okay with being by yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I enjoy me. I enjoy traveling by myself and being in the camera and pampering myself and doing. I enjoy that. Like I literally enjoy it. Be good with being with you. Because the thing about it, the amount of time that I've spent with myself, I've learned so much about me that I know what not to do. I'm learning what not to do. The time that you're going to start spending with yourself, focusing on you, getting in God's word, praying and asking God for wisdom, discernment, to empower you, to help you to understand certain things about yourself. You're going to be I'm coming to you, brother. You're going to be so excited about who you are, everybody, that you're going to feel like you're unstoppable. Because now you're getting the picture. Now the puzzle pieces are coming together. And you're like, I get it. Now I understand why I've been in this situation. Now I understand how I went from being this little girl or this little boy to this kind of messed up person. But guess what? You don't have to stay messed up. This is fixable. This is something that can be worked out. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, ma'am. I want to know, so how would you know when God sends the person for you if your soul is craving everything that isn't what God has sent you?
That's an excellent question. And what I would say to that is when you develop a prayer life, for example, people who really, really know me, they know not to call me between 5 and 8 in the morning. Don't even text me because you're not going to get a response. That is my time that I spend with God every single day. Don't bother me. You have to develop such a prayer life and a connection with God that's so close. This is as close as you are to your mom. You got to have such a close connection that God will begin speaking to your spirit. As crazy as it might sound, and no, I'm not crazy, but when you begin walking with him, he will speak to your spirit so much that he may tell you not to wear that today. And you don't understand why he's saying don't wear black today. And then you get out to a place and you're like, oh, this is why I wasn't supposed to wear black. He will start putting people around you. Like I said, your accountability people who will be able to see what you can't see. And when you totally give yourself to God and you're saying, Lord, take my life because I really don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm messed up. I really don't know what I'm doing. He will begin to take your life, take control of your life, put people in your life. And when that right person comes along, You will know, because as you're praying and as you're feeling like this might be the person, he's going to start showing you whether or not that's the person.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is because like some people feel as though they'll always be blind to what they need because it's something that lives in them and they can't get rid of. And and I was encouraging some people that I was connected to, saying that who the Son sets free is truly free indeed. So you're not connected. Like if that was the old man,
Right.
that was the old man. That was the old you. That's what you used to be. But if you're fixed on Jesus and you're pressing toward the mark that's within him,
Right.
that then everything that he'll start building up that spirit discernment, and the things that you need in order to be led by the Spirit to make what you need to take place in your life to manifest. It'll start manifesting itself.
Absolutely. And doors will begin to open to people that you're supposed to be with. See, my soul is saying, I'm supposed to be with that person. But when God begins to take control of your life, he will show you. And it's always going to be the person that you never thought you would be with. That's who the person is going to be. But allow God to do that work. And that's why I tell people, fall back. Because sometimes we want to rush into it so quick. My biological clock is ticking. I'm getting older. We got all the 50,000 million excuses. But God is saying, wait. Because each time I step out on my own, I'm really stepping out on my own. He didn't tell me to step out over here. Wait, go back, wait. And God will, I cannot express to you how much God will cover you, and he will keep you, and he will walk with you when you truly get to that place of, I'm tired. Lord, you know the song, I give myself away? And you just let it go. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. Here, God, you take this. I can't. And until you get to that point, because see, we want to give God, and then we want to give him this end of the rope, and we want to take the other end. And God is not going to do no tug of war with us. He's going to let the rope go, and he's going to let you have the rope. Now, when you finish with the rope and you feel like you want to let it go, then he'll take it back, and he will do everything for you. There's nothing that God will not do for us. There's places that you may think about in your mind that you want to go to, things that you aspire to be. It's not impossible. Don't ever think, I can't get there. I can't do this. With God, all things are possible. Don't ever let anybody tell you because you were molested or you were broken or you've been messed up most of your life that that's the way you're going to be. With God, all things are possible. Amen. So don't ever believe. He will make you and change you into a new person. Now, when we come back and meet again, which is where I was baptizing people last night, when he starts changing you into this new person, there are people that were so comfortable with you being the old person, they have a problem with you walking into your newness and into your greatness. So they start coming wanting to chop down trees. Because there are some people in your life, and understand this, that as you begin to grow and transform, God is going to start pulling some people out of your life without you asking him, without your permission, because he's saying to you, you thought you needed this person in order to grow. You thought you needed this person in order to elevate and move on, or to get this position, or to get with that person, or to travel here. And he's going to start moving people, just like you see the leaves falling off the trees. And you can't pick any leaf up and put it back on the tree. It ain't going to happen. You can't do that. It's gone. That season is over. Those leaves have fallen and new leaves are going to come. So you're going to go through these seasons and periods in your life where God is going to do some sweeping and some shaking. And people that you thought was your ride or die, your boo, your this, your that, you're going to notice that these people are gone. And it's going to get to the point that they're going to be gone so quick. And that's letting you know When God starts moving them people really quick, your elevation is on the way. It's without question. You're there. Now, the problem is you got to make sure that you stay focused. He'll start pulling people away, and your soul will start feeling like, I need to talk to my girl. I feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for them. They good. They good. God is saying, I'm getting ready to take you on a new journey. I'm about to elevate you and take you so high that it's going to blow your mind. Don't look back. Don't go back. Don't start picking people up and trying to put stuff together. No, we're past that now. I'm about to do a new thing in your life. And this thing is going to be so brand new that you weren't even expecting it. That's how new it's going to be. But are you ready for it? And in order for you to be ready for what he's about to do in your life, you have to say, God, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready to let it go. Full surrender. Yes, I surrender all. Because if you ain't ready to surrender, it's no need in doing all of this. It's like, what are we doing? If you're not ready to fully surrender, what are we doing? And I'm telling you, 16 to 50, I didn't fully surrender until I was about 51. That's a long time, and it don't make no sense. And so now I'm at a place in my life where I've just fully surrendered. I don't have time for the foolishness. All the people, I saw him, what I just said to you, I saw him removing people, like, and it was slow at first. Then it started going like this, and I'm like, what? You know, me and you hadn't talked for a long time. Not that we were mad at each other. We was both and all of a sudden he brought him back into my life. And he called me yesterday and said something and turned my mind because I was going to say something wrong thing. And God had him call. And that's what I'm talking about. We hadn't even had a conversation. But in my brain, because my soul is so addicted to when you make me angry, I'm going to take it for so much and then I'm going to get you. And so that was on my mind yesterday. Let me go hang out with my girl for a little bit. But when I come back, I'm going to get you. He happened to call me just out of the blue. And he started talking, not even knowing that he was pulling that out of me. That's what I'm saying. That's how great God is. And that's how he will use people. Before I could even say to him, I'm about to do this, it was like he was pulling. And I could literally feel the pull of, you're wrong. When you called me, I was doing my hair. I was curling my hair in the mirror. And I was looking in the mirror, and I could literally, as you were talking to me, hear God saying to me, you out of order. Because what you were about to do tonight, you out of order. Because I was going to cut that person up. I just need to go hang with my girl for a little bit, and have fun with her, have dinner with her. But I was going to cut that person up. It was already in my brain. Because that's who I am, to the core. And God has to continually tell me, shut that down. You don't need to cut nobody up. You said something yesterday. God's got you. God's going to fight your battle. And you said God is fighting your battle. When you spoke that to me yesterday, every plan that I had decided to do when I came back from dinner was gone. Because God spoke through him. And that wasn't a planned phone call. And that's what I'm saying to you. When you get so connected with God, he starts protecting you from yourself, from your silly self, from your stupid self. He starts protecting you so much that he probably was saying yesterday, I know she out of order. She can ready to get messed up. She can ready to mess up. So let me get this brother to call her. That's what God will do. That's how much he loves us. Because he's saying to you, I got you. I got you. Because I know that in some places, you 100%, you there. But in other places, Lady J, you only about 5%. So we gotta get some people around you to help you because you need a little bit of help. And I understand that and I accept that. Before, because of my pride, I couldn't accept you even telling me that. Now I understand there's certain areas in my life that I can't do this by myself. I need somebody to tell me to shut up and sit down because you're doing too much, like you're doing the most. And those are the kind of people that you need to have in your life that love you enough to say, sis, bro, sit down because you're doing too much. Get yourself together. You're now on this pathway. This is the trajectory for you right now. But what I see you doing is backtracking. You're going back. I need you to continue to move forward. That's what God wants from you. And so you got to walk away today thinking about these things. What is my soul so tied to that I know it's going to be with me for the rest of my life, like a drug, like an addiction? What is it? Identify that thing or those things. It might be a few things. Be real with yourself. Identify those things, and then look at the people that are around you. Are they contributing to this toxic behavior? Like if I'm sitting at a table and I'm having a conversation, is that person uplifting me in the conversation? Is that person telling me that I'm wrong? Get it together? Or are they sitting there dapping me up? Yup, girl, you right. You right. You good. Yup, you should have did that. What's going on in the conversation? What's going on with the people around you? You're going to find that as you go on this journey and you go through this process, you're going to have less and less friends. And that's a good thing. Because everybody is not ready to go on the journey. And you got to be okay with everybody not being ready to go on the journey. You got to be okay with the fact that you might have to walk this journey by yourself. Just you and God. And in the end, after he takes you on that journey, he's going to put people around you who are going to empower you, uplift you, edify you, push you into your purpose, give you what you need without you asking for it. But you got to go through the process. You got to go through the journey. That's your homework until we meet again. And y'all probably see me baptizing people in between during the week, but that's your homework. What is my soul addicted to? What is it? And it shouldn't take you from this Saturday to next Saturday to figure it out. I guarantee you, and I'm not a rich woman, y'all might have more money in the bank than me, but I guarantee you, you're sitting on these seats right now knowing at least one or two things that you're addicted to, that got your soul tied and tangled up. Now, the question is, how are you going to deal with it? Are you tired of being tired? Are you tired of being pulled and tangled and stuck? Are you tired? Because when you get tired, that's when you surrender too. When you realize you just been doing this too long and it ain't working, that's when you surrender. Because when you realize that the way you've been doing it is not working, all you can do is surrender. That's all you can do. And there's no need in walking around, being depressed. You don't have to be depressed. Surrender. You don't have to feel suicidal. Surrender. You don't have to walk around being anxious. Oh, is that person coming? Oh, this. Surrender. I'm telling you, I walk around blessed every day. I tell people, no matter what you say about me during the day, how you hate, whatever, I wake up blessed, black, overweight every day. This is how I wake up. And I go through the day the same way. And I go to bed the same way. Because I know that my help is not coming from you. My strength is not coming from you.
Amen.
My energy, my power, everything that's happening for me, that's not coming from you. So I'm not going to, you can feel how you want to feel, but that has nothing to do with me because he is supplying everything that I need. He knows who I am. He knows that I'm trying and I'm doing the best that I can. So however you feel is how you feel. I'm good with that. But he knows. And that's what's important to me. And I'm going to stay on this journey until he closes my eyes. Because now I understand. You know how they say, you now understand the assignment? Now I understand the assignment. And I don't want you to walk away feeling like you've been so messed up that you're here and it's just like, I only have, I remember I used to walk around and say, I used to count. I probably only got about 30 more years on the planet. You know, I would say stupid stuff like that. I want you to walk around leaving today feeling empowered, feeling energized, feeling like this is a new me. I want you to walk away feeling like I'm going to be living my best, blessed life. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is my journey. This is my story. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You can say what you want to say. You can feel how you want to feel. But guess what? This is my blessed life. Might be a little messed up. I might be a little rough around the edges. I might do stupid stuff every now and then. But this is my blessed life. And this is the life that God gave to me. And understand this. Your story will become your testimony. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, and you feel weighted down because it's just like, I'm never going to get through this. That thing is going to become such a powerful testimony for you that you will not believe it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so amazing. And one day, you might be standing where I'm standing, or you might be on the street, or you might be somewhere that you thought you would never be, empowering other people. You're going to be doing that. And so I want to encourage you today as we close out to be all that God has called you to be. That's all we can do. All we can do is be what God has called us to be. You can't do any more than that. Let him do the rest. Let him do the rest. Let the rope go. It's time to let it go. And it's time to let him pick you up. I don't care how old you are. It's time for you to allow God to pick you up, hold you. Because see, some of us need to be held. Some of us need to be loved. Some of us need to be told it's okay. Some of us need to be told whatever was going on before, we done with that. You on a new journey. And that's what God wants to do with you right now. He wants to take you. He wants to hold you. He wants to empower you. He wants to embrace you. And he wants to let you know that I got so much in store for you that it's going to blow your mind. I just need you to let, you know how we had our children and we were protective of them? Because couldn't nobody hold my son. They thought I was crazy. Sister Jenkins, can I hold your son? No, you can't. Can I touch? No, you can't. You stand right there. Here he is, right here. Nobody could touch my son. And we're protected for many reasons. People got germs, all kind of stuff going on. So you protect what's yours. You hold them close. I would never take my son and throw him over there. Here you go, hold him for me till I finish this over here. Let hold him for it. No, that's my baby. That's mine. He came out of me, and I'm gonna hold him so close, and I'm gonna protect him so much. And even as they become older, it's still a part of us that wants to, because every now and then I gotta remember, oh, he's 26. That's right. Back up. He's 26. Leave it alone. But he's mine. And even at 26, you're not gonna come at him sideways, because that's mine. And so we protect what's ours. And God is saying, you're mine, sister. You're mine, brother. I got you. I'm holding you right here. I'm holding you real close. Stop fighting me. I'm holding you close. I got you. I got all of this. Anything that you want, you can have. Just relax. You trying to move? You trying to get another job? You need some more money? I got you. Just relax. I got you. That's what we have to start understanding. Stop fighting God. Relax. And so I want to leave you with that. I had some scriptures I wanted to read, but my phone is not working down here, and I can't get on the phone. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
When we close up, can we
sing I Surrender?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I don't know if anybody has any questions before we go. Oh, yes, come up real quick. Well, hold on one second. We're gonna do what she said first, and then I'm gonna have you come up. But that's the purpose of this community church. And like I said, this community church is not about us shouting and flipping over chairs and all that kind of stuff. Them days are over. We got to understand where we came from. First of all, who we are, where we came from, and where you're trying to go. What is it that you want out of life? What are your expectations? What do you expect God to do for you? Because when he tells me in Philippians 4:13 that I can do all things through Christ, I'm holding him to that. He says, I can do all things. So you can't tell me there's nothing. Like when y'all see me on my lives, I'm serious. Don't tell me what I can't do. Because he already told me that I can do all things through him. That means it's got to go through him. So if it's going through him, you can't disconnect anything. You can't close any doors. You can't do nothing. I can do all things through Christ because he strengthens me. He lifts me up. He gives me the glory every day. Any door that you try to close, like I tell people, you better take your hand off that doorknob before your hand falls off because the doorknob ain't coming off, but your hand might. Take your hand off of those doors trying to shut doors that don't have nothing to do with you. Because when God tells you, when in his word he tells you certain things, he holds to his promises. It's up to you to believe that. So I want y'all to stand at this time, and this sister asked if we could sing I Surrender All, and we're going to sing that, and we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here, and I don't know, people that are watching, for those of you that are watching, I know I have friends that are watching from a lot of places, but I want you to understand too that just because you're not present with us, thank you for worshiping with us, but understand this is an individual journey. You got to take your journey and run with it. What is God calling you to do? This just might be your time. Just stop holding on and let go. Let go, like our grandmother used to say, let go and let God. Let go. Let go. And let God. Oh, to Jesus I surrender. Oh, to him I freely give. And I will ever love and trust him. In his presence daily live. I surrender all. I surrender all. And all to thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender all. I surrender all. And I surrender all. I surrender all. And all to thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender all. Amen. Y'all sound like a choir. And you got a voice. Yeah, this brother right here got a voice. And we got the bass over in the corner. So listen, y'all. Thank you for coming out today. I hope that you got something from it. Do your homework this week. Do your homework. Work on you. Because I want you to start walking in your newness and in your greatness This is your journey. This is about you. This is your time. And if you don't take it now, that's your fault. You can't blame nobody but yourself because the opportunity is here. Anything that you want, you can have. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more because I'm going to show you how you can go from sitting on these chairs to being in the most powerful places that you want to be. It's all about your mindset and you're letting go and allowing God to do what he needs to do in your life. So before we close out, I want to introduce Mr. Eric Shorts over here. And Eric already got the t-shirt and everything made with the flyer on it and everything. That's nice. I like that. Make sure that you let people know we're going to be here every week from 11, to 12:30. And we're going to be here. We're going to be worshiping. We're going to be talking. But this is real. If you want to be real and you want to grow, this is the place they need to be. Like I said on the flyer, it's going to be a great place to grow. Now, I wanted to introduce Mr. Eric Schwartz because he's going to be the one that's going to be telling us when it's over where we're going to go in the community. So this is going to be the guy right here. Or if you have any ideas, talk to him. That's going to be the person right there. If it's anything that you think about that you may want to contribute and do, let me know. Because this is about the community and this is about healing and building. I want Manuel to come forward because what y'all don't know is this brother been feeding homeless yesterday, all night, this morning, and he still made it here. So I want you to tell them what you do, and then I want you and Eric to connect as well. So let them know what you do.
I feed the homeless out of an RV. We spend the night all day. We do dinner, and it's like a buffet all night till like 3 o'clock in the morning. They keep on knocking on the door all night long, and then 5 o'clock I start cooking breakfast, and 7 o'clock we start to serve breakfast.
What's your name, sir?
Manuel Ringo.
Manuel Ringo.
And I've been doing this for about 2 to 3 years or something like that. And it's amazing to see out there. We don't know in life. We don't know how blessed we are and how many blessings that God gives us daily. You know, until you see the way they live out there. Imagine, being in the rain and have no way to escape. You can't dry off. You got to be just stuck there. You got to lay in the wetness. You start to experience and see, how blessed you really are once you go out there and experience the way they're living out there. So together all day long, I want that we are blessed.
Amen.
Every second of the morning.
Amen. And thank you for doing that.
Okay.
Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for being out there with them. That's amazing. That's awesome. And the fact that you got yourself over here, that's amazing. Thank you. He wrote the school in there. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And thank you all, everybody that came out. We're going to pray real quick and then we're going to go. But Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you so much for another day. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your power. Thank you for your peace. Thank you for your presence. And I just pray that you would continue to cover us, bless us, to keep us all throughout the week. Help us to understand and identify the things within us that need to go away, that we need to get rid of. And those things that reside in us, that lie dormant. Show us what those things are so that we can become empowered and we can become better people. And I pray that you would help us all to fully surrender and give it all to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you guys so much for coming out and blessing me with your presence. I appreciate it. And I hope that you come back next Saturday. Like I said, this is the community church. We'll be here from 11 to 12:30. Make sure you come out. Bring a friend with you the next time. And I appreciate everybody coming out. Everybody have a great day. Amen.